No.
Good evening. On behalf of the Social Studies Department and American Government classes at West Chicago High School, I welcome you to our candidate forum. Today we will be hearing from the candidates for DuPage County Board District 6. I am Lucas Hernandez, a senior at West Chicago High School, and will be your moderator for the forum. There are also other American Government students with me here to highlight questions during the forum. Candidates, we thank each of you for participating in tonight's forum and for running for local public office. Each of you agreed to basic rules based on guidelines from the League of Women Voters to promote civil discourse and respect for all candidates. The basic guidelines are: candidates will be giving opening statements in alphabetical order by last name. Candidates will alternate the order of speaking. The candidate who makes the first opening statement will move to the end of the line for the first question, and this will continue throughout the questioning and closing statements. Candidates will each be allowed 1 minute to make an opening statement, 1 minute to answer each question, and 1 minute to make a closing statement. If a candidate exceeds the allotted time limit, I will ask you each to finish the sentence, and we will move on to the next candidate. Candidate statements and responses will be timed. American Government students will keep time and display countdown cards visible to the candidates and the moderator. The green card will be held as soon as you begin speaking. The yellow card will be held when there's 15 seconds remaining. And finally, the red card will be shown when time is expired. Audience questions were obtained in advance, and I will read each question aloud. No visual aids will be permitted, and this forum is being recorded and available on the League of Women Voters website and social media. We will begin with opening statements as we will proceed in alphabetical order. Mr. Schwarze will be the first candidate to share his opening statement. Mr. Schwarze, you will have 1 minute for your opening statement. You will see a green, yellow, or red card. You may go.
I am very, very grateful to be here. Thank you for having me. I am Greg Schwarze, your current DuPage County Board member in District 6, where I have lived, worked, and raised my family for over 25 years. I am running for re-election to the County Board to continue the good work that I've already started, fighting for families and the environment and public safety, mental health, and really equality for all. I've devoted my entire life to public service, my entire adult life anyway, to public service, serving as a firefighter paramedic for over 28 years, Carroll Stream Village trustee for over 13, and I've been on the county board for 4 years. And it's been in all these roles that I've seen firsthand the challenges our residents face on a daily basis. Challenges I've been trying to address during my time on the board. Issues like food insecurity, mental health and addiction issues, protecting our environment, and really even advocating for common sense gun laws. So I look forward to explaining a little bit more as we progress. So thank you very much for having me.
Mr. Soto, you will now have 1 minute for your opening statement.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you, League of Women Voters. Thank you, West Chicago High School, and thank you for the students for hosting this event today. My name is Joe Soto. I'm your Republican candidate for DuPage County Board District 6. I have been a member of DuPage County since I've been born here. I am third generation. I am raising the fourth generation, which are my 3 daughters. I'm married to my lovely wife, Nicole. I have been selling real estate. I've been running a real estate team here for the last decade in DuPage County, and I'm currently serving on the Milton Township Board for my first term. So in my tenure there, I have learned quite a bit about the community, the ins and outs of local government, and the important needs of our community. It's been eye-opening. You don't know how many people might be hungry, or how many seniors might be lonely, or how many people need assistance. And so that's really what opened my eyes, and that's what got me interested in serving. And thank you.
Thank you for your opening statements. We will now move on to the question portion of the forum. Students in American Government classes submitted these questions. After the question is read, we will each have 1 minute to respond. We will begin responses with the last candidate who spoke. So Mr. Soto, you will be the first to respond to the first question. All right, question 1.
Hi, my name is Stephanie, and our first question is, can you outline the past experience you have had that makes you the right person for the county board?
Absolutely. Currently, I'm serving my first term on Milton Township, on the Milton Township Board, which has taught me a lot about government, ins and outs, balancing a budget, fiscal responsibility, helping our community, seeing what the needs of the community are. Most importantly, I have been, again, running a real estate team here in the area for the last decade. We've helped thousands of families, and I get to see firsthand. I've talked to many different walks of life with different situations, people with growing families, people with shrinking families, divorce, deaths, marriages, happy, sad situations, and I understand the ins and outs of what their concerns are here with the local economy, here with and what they're dealing with in that regard. So I feel that that goes hand in hand with serving the community, and that's why I think I'm the right fit for this job.
Thank you. So I am currently in my 4th year on the DuPage County Board. As I said, I spent 13 years as a Carroll Stream Village trustee, which is like the like a councilman dealing with everyday municipal type problems. I spent 28 years as a firefighter paramedic going into people's homes for many reasons, and it's like I said earlier, it's in all these roles that I've really seen what the needs are of the people. I'm very fortunate to be the chairman on the county board of our Human Services Committee, which is our social services arm. So I'm basically responsible for making sure people have enough to eat, people have roofs over their head, people have clothing, seniors have what they're looking for, and so forth. I also serve on our Public Safety Committee, which is making sure our residents are protected. I serve on our Finance Committee, so I'm dealing with our budgets constantly. So I think it's in all these experiences that I have been fortunate to be in the position I am. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we will now have question 2 by Carlos Hernandez.
Hello, my name is Carlos Hernandez, and I'm part of Ms. Chickas' government class. And my question for you is, what improvements would you like to see DuPage County make in the next 5 years?
Well, I am proud to say, and again, in the short 4 years that I've been on the board, we have done so much. First and foremost, I think we're feeding DuPage County now. It doesn't sound like it's an improvement, but COVID hit people pretty hard, and people lost their jobs, and people didn't have the money to buy food. And then it's even gotten worse since the inflation has rose. One of the things that I've really been focusing on is making sure we have food. I've met with every single food pantry in DuPage County. I've met with the Northern Illinois Food Bank. As chair of Human Services, I was very intricate in making sure that we put $8 million toward providing food to our residents. It's not just food, because once the food and money is gone, it's gone. We've also invested in capital, like food trucks. In fact, we've given Milton Township over $600,000 to help with feeding their citizens, as well as everybody else in DuPage County. So thank you.
Can you repeat the question, please?
Yeah. What improvements would you like to see DuPage County make in the next 5 years?
Absolutely, thank you. So I think transportation is going to be one of them. I know they've been working really hard on that to get transportation easily accessible from train stations to workplace, etc. Food insecurity, continue to work on food insecurity. They've been doing a wonderful job here at the townships and the county level. I think a big thing is bipartisanship. We have to work across the aisles. We have to make sure all the voices of our constituents are heard, so we can work for our constituents, because that's who we are working for. We're not working for our endorsements or our donors. We are working for every individual that casts a vote in our community. So that's what's important over the next 5 years.
Thank you.
All right, we'll move on to question 3 from Andrea.
Good afternoon, my name is Andrea Flores, and a question that I have is, what plans do you have for the integration of immigrants into DuPage County?
That's a good question. Well, obviously, there's going. Obviously, there's going to be some added expenses for immigration, right? So I think we have to take a look at exactly what the immigrants are going to be costing the taxpayers. What are they going to need? Housing? Are they going to need? Do we need to give them jobs? So the plan would be take a look at the scope of what it's going to cost the taxpayer and act accordingly from there. I think it's kind of a loaded question because I do think we have actually been taking in some immigrants that have been dropped off as late as last December into earlier this year. But I think what they were doing is they were dropping them off in DuPage County and they were getting bused out to Chicago. Now I don't know what exactly the efforts are to take care of if they're getting dropped off here, but I would like to take a look at the problem, see what it would cost our taxpayers, and then we can act accordingly to give them what they need so they can benefit the society and benefit themselves at that point.
Thank you for the question. I certainly don't, I certainly understand anybody wanting to come to the U.S. to give themselves a better life, certainly escaping, maybe conflict or persecution, things like that. Now, DuPage County doesn't have the jurisdiction to make itself like an asylum county like you see Cook County or the city of Chicago. What we did on the county board is we were getting a lot of immigrants last year, was making sure if the buses from Texas dropped them off in DuPage County, we made sure they had safe transportation to get to the county. Now, in my role as the Human Services Chair, here's what is my responsibility, to make sure any people, immigrants and everybody else, has enough food to eat. They have a place to live. I've spent probably 5 or 6 times, 3 in the last year, over at Casa Michoacan, talking about the things DuPage County offers to everybody. You don't have to be an American citizen, to everybody. And because a lot of people that speak English don't know it, certainly a lot of Spanish speakers may not know it, so I made sure they were aware of everything that we're doing and that's available to them.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we will now move on to question 4. Gabby?
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Gabriela, and my question is, there is economic disparity in DuPage. What services should the county provide to help build and improve each individual community?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you very well.
There is economic disparity in DuPage. What services should the county provide to help build and improve each individual community?
So DuPage County, as I said, offers a lot. One of the things that has been enacted in the last 2 years under my leadership on the Human Services Committee is a 211 social services hotline. So what this number offers is a place for any resident to find whatever help they may need, including financial help. So there's, you can dial 211 any time of day or night, and you will get a live person answering the phone. And you can call it for yourself, you can call it for your family, but they'll offer help such as job training or employment application help, things like that, to help everybody be able to get a job. It also offers so many different things. And I would recommend, if you guys ever need help, call 211. It's the number to call when you don't know who to call for many, many different services.
Can you repeat the question, please?
Yeah. There is economic disparity in DuPage. What services should the county provide to help build and improve each individual communities?
Great, absolutely. Yeah, so first off, educating the individuals on where the resources are and what resources they can, like 211 is a great start. Getting some work programs, allowing them to work and get intertwined into the community, give back in that regard. I think there's a lot of other entities that are working hand in hand with the county, like townships, that can also help the individuals who are going through some of the tough economic times. But that would be my position there.
Thank you.
We will now move on to question 5. Zoe?
So, would you support building a casino here in DuPage County?
I would need some more information on that. I'm not even quite sure whether the land would be available for that here in DuPage County. I know that we are building I know Kane County is building a casino right over there on Route 88, And I think that's pretty close. And I think there's also a casino in Elgin. So I'm not sure if I would support the gambling, the casino here in DuPage County. We'd have to take a look at what the revenue would bring in, but there's also the flip side to that of gambling addiction and everything else, which could hinder the community a little bit, hinder the individuals in the community. So I'm going to have to pass and say no, not right now on that.
Not right now. All right.
It's a very interesting question. Out of all the questions that have been asked, I was not expecting that. You know what? I'm a little. I don't know if that was it or not. Can I start all over here? Thank you. You know, I'm a believer in free enterprise, and if somebody wants to come and build a casino, more power to them. You know, they'd have to obviously follow all the zoning and issues like that. But I absolutely would have no problem if somebody wanted to build a casino in town. You know, I don't know how well it would do. They may not be in business long, but yeah, I'm not opposed to it. Thank you.
All right.
Great question.
Thank you, candidates, for your answers to the questions. We will now begin the closing statements. You will each have 1 minute to share your closing statement. We will begin with Mr. Schwarze.
Thank you very much. Thank you to the League of Women Voters. Thank you to my opponent, and a big thank you to the students here at West Chicago High School. I think it's absolutely wonderful that you're taking an interest in local elections because it really does affect you and it affects your family. I'm very blessed to be in the position I am. I don't take it for granted. I get to be in a position where I get to help my neighbors and the residents I serve. I take it seriously. It's not a hobby for me. And I work hard at it, I really do, and I will continue to work hard at it. I made myself available to everybody. In fact, my business card, I want you all to come up and take this. It has my cell phone on there and my email. If you or your family ever think that I can help you, please reach out because that's why I do what I do. I'm very, very blessed. So to continue doing this, though, I need to be reelected, and I would be very, very grateful to have you vote this fall. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you everybody for hosting it, League of Women Voters, students, and West Chicago High School. Thank you very much. You know, I'm not somebody that's sitting behind a desk every day watching from a distance. I'm working, I'm out there in the community, helping individuals and families every day, people from all backgrounds, understanding their struggles and their needs. As a father raising 3 daughters here in DuPage County, I see the real hardships that our community faces, and I'm committed to making sure that the voices are heard. Campaign's not about political lines. It's about coming together as a community to build the future we can all be proud of. I want to bring fresh ideas that unite us, not divide us, and I want to create real change for the people of DuPage County. I promise to serve with integrity, compassion, and faith. Thank you all again for the opportunity, and God bless you as we all work together for a brighter future of DuPage County. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all for participating in our candidate forum. To those watching, we hope you mark your calendars to vote on or before Tuesday, November 5th in the general election. Democracy is not a spectator sport. Thank you.
Thank you.